This is the ballad of Hollywood Jack and the Rage Cage. Nothing could stop them when Jables and Rage hit the stage. And Hollywood Jack hit the big time and went to make movies. Rage Cage was left far behind in the dust of his dreams. Then he grumbled and growled and watched Hollywood Jack on Jay Leno. He bellowed and said he'd be nothing without help from Kage. He burned up the photos of Jables and Kage doing mushrooms. Fuck him, I don't need no Hollywood Jack anyway. So Hollywood Jack lived up high on a hill in a bubble. And Rage Cage lived deep in a boiling valley below. Yes, the Rage Cage bubbled with rage. He looked at the ground and he looked at the stage. The lava was throwing and boiling inside the old cage. As Hollywood Jack climbed the ladder of stardom before him, he watched as his indie credentials flew right out the door. He'd make millions and then he'd go out and he'd make even more millions. He'd screen Cage's calls and snort coke off the ass of a whore. No one respected him, they just rejected him. No one would represent Kage. Left on the streets of his dreams, he would cry and he'd rage for the stage. Hollywood Jack got a message that Kage was in trouble. They'd sent Kage away cause he had gone completely insane. So Hollywood Jack jumped upon a jet plane and flew all the night through the rain to be with his friend, to see what remained of his brain. Then Hollywood Jack told the doctors, you've got to retrieve him. You've got the technology, use the techniques of your trade. He grabbed the lapels and he screamed, my God, you must save him! Because Rage Cage and I, can't you see that we're one and the same? Rage Cage, oh the Rage Cage, there'd be magic inside that old name. And you know, yes you know, when you're going completely insane. Oh the Rage Cage, oh the Rage Cage, oh the lion will roar once again. And you know, yes you know, when you're going completely insane. Nothing and no one could harm your Rage Cage again. Nothing and no one could harm your Rage Cage again. Nothing and no one could harm your Rage Cage again.